And welcome back to the Prosperity Practice. This is Brandon Handley, the creator, founder of the Prosperity Practice, which is an email game that allows you to practice your prosperity. What happens in this game is that you get an email every day that has a check. The first check that you get is for $100. It's a virtual check. I need to make sure that is very clear. On the second day, it will be $200. The third day, $400, until the 30th day when you get a check for about $53 billion. And what you're supposed to do with this check is that you are to spend it on whatever it is that brings you joy. The point of this is so that you can focus on the things that you actually want in your life, to sit in and feel what it feels like to spend time looking for things that you actually want in your life. Because so many times people spend their time looking at the things that they don't have in their life, and that is a poverty outlook. That is a lackful outlook. That is a scarcity mindset. And I want you to take a look around you, peek your head outside in the sky, and let me know how much you see out there. How much is available to you? What is out there? And just take a look around and know that there's so much out there that, when you're focusing on these small things that are bothering you, they can kind of drag you down like mini weights, like as in like Gulliver's Travels. If you guys remember Gulliver's Travels, when Gulliver crosses the seven seas and he's a big giant, lands on an island with tiny people, and he gets tied down by all these little people. Imagine all those little people being your small problems, just like a mountain of little things dragging you down. And just imagine what it would be like if you get rid of one of those small things at a time and you become freer and freer and freer. And you can do that when you focus on some of the good things going on in your life, some of the gratitude that you've got in your life, some of the positive things that are happening in your life, or even simply thinking about the things that you want in your life. Because again, most oftentimes you don't think about what you want, you think about what it is that you can get. You think about what you know you can get, and rarely do you think about what you actually want. A lot of the quotes that I send in these emails, at the bottom of each one of these emails, there are a few quotes. And many of these quotes are quote unquote new thought leaders. Wayne Dyer, Florence Scovel, Wallace D. Wattles, Wayne Dyer, Neville Goddard, all these people. A lot of these people is where I pulled a lot of these quotes from, and that's where I share it from you. But I actually never even looked up what New Thought was or what it meant. So Google for the win. I went ahead and I searched up, what is New Thought? New Thought holds that infinite intelligence, or God, is everywhere. Spirit is the totality of real things. True human selfhood is divine. Divine thought is a force for good. Sickness originates in the mind, and right thinking, quote unquote, has a healing effect. Okay. I'm in. It doesn't take much. I think that this is the type of way that I was taught growing up. Didn't really have a label to it, so I really never knew what it was. It was never categorical. I just knew that I had a lot of beliefs in a lot of things, and spirituality and all the things for the better good, the greater good, etc. were a part of my life. At any rate, today we have for you a couple of quotes at the bottom of this email on day number 8, which you will receive $12,800. The quotes that we have here today is, if you judge after appearances, you will continue to be enslaved by evidence of your senses. And that's by Neville Goddard. And that is to say, if you judge after something shows up, then you only believe in what you see. I know this may sound corny, but you need to see what you believe before it shows up, right? You need to have some beliefs in something before it's going to show up, and then it will show up. And when it does show up, I mean that definitely cements your belief. So what he's saying here again is if you just judge after it shows up, then you're only believing in the things that do show up. And I know it sounds a little quirky there, but if you what's that, Wayne Dyer has it goes, you'll see it when you believe it, right? Not you'll believe it when you see it. So it's something along those lines. You've got to envision the idea, but that's what a visionary is. That's what somebody who has a vision does. They create something that doesn't exist yet, and then they pull it into fruition. And that doesn't mean that they don't do it without any effort. People work towards it, but you still have to have a vision, and you have to be able to communicate that vision to someone or something before it will quote unquote manifest. So that's one of them for you today. And the other one is prosperity is a way of living and thinking, and not just money or things. Poverty is a way of living and thinking, and not just a lack of money or things. So it's kind of the same thing. It's the way that you think. You think prosperous thoughts, and really that's what this email program's about. It's to sit there and feel and live in prosperity. You can do the same thing in poverty, and a lot of people do. And it's really we can go back to Ford. Whether or not you think you can or you can't, you are correct. This way of thinking has been employed in a number of ways and a number of people, and you can find it in almost nearly every successful person's dialogue or what they've left behind, memoirs, if you will. This quote again: prosperity is a way of living and thinking, and not just money or things. Poverty is a way of living and thinking, and not just a lack of money or things. And this one's being brought to you by Eric Butterworth, who was a minister, author, and radio personality. He earned high respect for his delivery of universal spiritual ideas. His teaching focused on the divinity of all people, and his desire was that everyone would know their oneness with God. I hope that these are bringing you value, and I hope that they're supporting you in your prosperity practice. If they are, reach out to me. Let me know. I'd love to hear how this is coming along for you. And you can reach out to me at brandon@prosperity-practice.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Prosperity Practice. I've got a Facebook group there, Facebook page, and just let me know how it's going along for you. And finally, if you're not a member of, you're not practicing this prosperity practice yourself yet, and you would like to, head on over to prosperity-practice.com. You can sign up for the email program. It is the cost. There's a cost associated with it. I'd love to say it's free, but it's not. There's a cost associated with it. The cost is for you to sit down and imagine, go through and feel what it's like to be prosperous. The cost for you is your imagination and the time it's going to take, the opportunities that you create by going through this process. Looking forward to hearing from you. And that's going to be it for day number 8 of the Prosperity Practice.